All right, we want to get back to the explosion we told you about at the start of our newscast tonight.
Q2's David J has been on the scene since shortly after emergency crews arrived. David, what's the latest out there?
Well, Janelle, we are out here at North Frontage Road at Polar Service Center. We have Chief John Staley here, and he was just giving us the latest. Chief, you were telling us a little bit, first of all, about the conditions of the two people that were injured.
They were both received burns. One is a little more extensive than the other. We believe their ages to be 41 and 23. We're still waiting to hear whether they're significant enough to be transported to one of the burn centers in either Salt Lake or Denver.
And can you tell us what happened here with this explosion? What led to this?
Yeah, from what we can determine, there was an attempt to either remove some fuel so they could clean the tanks, and we're going to assume at this point, we can't confirm it yet, that either one of the motors from the pump or something inside, maybe static, ignited the vapors from the gasoline, and we had an explosion.
And when your crews arrived, were they had to rescue the two men that were in there?
That was the first order of business, get the two individuals, get them loaded in an ambulance. We want to thank AMR for coming to our aid there. And then they started fighting the fire.
And you were saying also that where we are right now, it was the hot zone for a while, but you've determined that's okay, and now you're determining water issues now.
Yeah, because of the types of products they do in there, use in there, these tankers carry everything from hazardous materials to fuels and so on. We had to call the Billings Regional Hazmat Team to determine what those products were, how they infect the environment, whether we can put water on them, whether they're safe for the people in the community of Lockwood. So that becomes the secondary part after the rescue's done and the fire's put out.
Okay, great. That is Chief John Staley with the Lockwood Fire Department. He says they'll be out here for a little while longer determining some of the issues there with some of the drainage of the water. That's the latest from out here. Janelle and Russ, back to you.
All right, thank you. Q2's David J live from the site of that tanker wash bay explosion in Lockwood tonight.